Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your monthly intuitive tarot reading for June. Great to see you here, Leo, in this format, face to face. Like, it's been a minute since we did this, so I'm really excited. Now, this is going to be a longer reading, a little bit more in depth, right? Probably around 20 minutes or so. Now, some people requested the longer readings. Some people think they're too long. You know, I'm really just trying to, bring in something for everyone. So we will be keeping the short and tight weekly just-in-time tarot readings, but yeah, I'm planning to try and keep up the monthlies for you. All right, so if you are a regular, welcome back. Thank you so much for dropping in for another reading. And if you are a newbie, welcome. My name is Bronya. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. Really looking forward to bringing you through this message. Now, don't forget to like, share, comment, and hit subscribe. I know you're probably sick of hearing that, but it really is the kind of, currency and energy exchange that does keep the readings coming, supports the channel, and also drop me a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Helps me connect with your energy, know who I'm reading for, so I'd be super grateful for that. So that would be amazing. Now, Leo, what I'm going to be doing here today is I'm going to be framing up with a few overarching energies, and then I'm going to be working with a traditional Celtic cross for you. So we'll dive into that. Now, Leo, what I did is I went back through our 2025 tarot wheel that is live on the channel here for you, and I pulled out your energies for June, right? Because we're here, and you got the Ace of Cups and the Six of Swords, right? So June looks to be like a month here that you might be moving towards an emotional new beginning, as signified by the Ace of Cups, right? And then the forward movement of the Six of Swords. Now, the Ace of Cups is not limited to love. An emotional new beginning is something that really fills our cup and ignites the heart space. So yeah, it can be romance, but we could say a new job could make us feel that way. A new location, a new work career situation. I think I said that already. So yeah, it's something here that maybe you've had your heart set on. Now, the Six of Swords might indicate that you are somewhere in that process right now. It can be like I'm in the space in between, like I haven't had it either show up or I haven't had the answer or the clarity back yet, but this just could be the month where it lands. All right, so that's a very exciting energy there. So I'm going to pop them up the top there, and we'll reference them during the reading, and I'm going to get started with a Moonology card for you. All right, Ace of Cups and Six of Swords, Leo. What else do we have? We have got, prosperity lies ahead. This is new moon in Taurus. Now, the Taurian energy for me is often around commitments and contracts, but it's the tangible, it's the physical, it's showing up in your reality. So maybe after being in a little bit of the space in between, the transitional space, finally you have the starting point, Ace of Cups, of what you've been hoping, dreaming, and wishing for, and prosperity, it's an abundance of. So that is a really beautiful energy. You might be dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or maybe this all started seeding for you, or initiating or beginning in Taurus season in May, right? And the month before June. So let's keep going. I'm going to use the Major Arcana just for the signifying energy for you here, Leo, and then we will work with the classic right away. Personal readings and healings, I always link my website down below if you'd like to order one of those, and you can find me on the socials, Instagram and TikTok. I show up there every day, and yeah, I'm as interactive as I can be on my platforms over there as well. Ooh, the moon is, sorry, the ring light's on really strong. The moon is your Major Arcana. So the moon for me is often when we feel a new path, opening, but it hasn't been fully illuminated yet. And that brings me back to that space in between. Sometimes the moon is like I'm waiting for to get the answer, to get the clarity, because sometimes the moon can talk about the path being in shadow or not knowing where you stand in a process or a situation, or maybe even with a specific person. And that can bring up, you know, deeper fears, worries and anxieties, right, until we sort of have that answer, we have that green light to move forward. This links to Pisces energy for me, and you might be dealing with one. But the Piscean energy is like, at the moment, like, you've got this dream here, but you're waiting to bring that to reality. Okay, let's get your cards out. Bear with me. I'm going to be drawing a few here. Okay, I want to get out your biggest influence here is the Six of Pentacles. You know, sometimes I think I should just draw them as I go, these cards, but I'm just going to do it all so I can see the full picture. Two of Cups in the past situation. How interesting. Future, we have the King of Cups. So many Cups energies coming through, which is feeling accurate with that Ace of Cups overarching energy. Two of Swords in your known. We have got the Two of Pentacles in the unknown. In your advice, Temperance, Sagittarian energy. King of Swords in your external factors, influences, hopes and fears, High Priestess. So that's your third number 2 in the reading. 222 is your angel number. You might be seeing that number around. And the outcome, the Two of Wands. Okay, make that 4 number 2s. All right. So what I can say here is that there is an expansion that is happening in your life. Now, that is also feeling really relevant because we have Jupiter activating at the moment. And often, you know, the theme that is being activated in this month is the theme of the Lovers, right? That's the Gemini energy. We're in Gemini season. And that really is not only about partnerships, whether they're personal or professional, but calls of the heart, right? There's something here that your heart desires, that you're making the moves or you're in the process towards. But your biggest influence right now is the Six of Pentacles, Leo. And this can be where there is maybe an imbalance, right? An imbalance maybe of power, of control in this situation. You might be feeling this is out of my control. I've done everything that I can and now I'm waiting for that outcome. But the Six of Pentacles more specifically is waiting to receive that outcome. So the Six of Swords, Ace of Cups, coming back to that, you might be waiting to see if you got the job. There could be an immigration process with that theme as well. Relocation process, trying to, I don't know, apply for finance or a new home, or, you know, if it is love for some of you, you might be, you know, wondering how somebody feels about you. So we're in limbo and there are some unknowns about the situation. But in the past, direct past, I've got the Two of Cups. So it would feel that you are somewhere in the process of this connection or partnership process. Now, the Two of Cups can be with a romantic partner, but I always include authorities and organizations. Like if we are applying for a work career situation, we're literally entering into a relationship with that organization. So I feel that this is your reading if you know that you're in this process and you're in some kind of waiting period to get that outcome. Sorry, I'm a bit concerned about the light here. We'll roll with it. Hopefully it doesn't get too full on, but it's a bit tricky. Like these face-to-camera readings, whole different scenario with trying to get the lighting right, let me tell you. Okay, so in your future, I've got the King of Cups, and this is Scorpio energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Now, that's a death card in the minor arcana, and for me, it stands for the situation transforming and becoming more solid. If the Six of Swords is about I'm out at sea and I'm waiting for the outcome, the King of Cups has found a foundation in the water, maybe found a resting point, found some solid outcomes. So I think that you're going to get that answer this month. We've got the situation transforming, and this is also an energy of, you know, feeling emotionally stable again, because you know where you stand, and those fears, worries, anxieties of the moon starting to subside. So you may get the full outcome for some of you, but others of you might get an indication, like you're on the short list, or you know, you've moved another part in a process, like second interview, or, you know, like if it's an immigration process, of which I've been through a couple in my life, you know, there are so many different stepping stones and hoops to jump through, and you might get an indication that you've kind of passed one of those. So in your known factors, and I mean, it's interesting that in your known, and we'll actually bring in the unknown as well, because they have a similar vibration. You know, you know that you're at a crossroads, stalemate. You know that you're in this process, but, you know, the unknown here is Two of Pentacles, that maybe it's much more in limbo than what you think at this time, or, you know, that there is, you know, deeper decision-making processes going on here. So we've got a lot of the, you know, feeling up and down. Maybe you've been feeling up and down, you know, emotionally, and you haven't attributed it to the fact that you're in this kind of state of flux. And the Two of Pentacles would say, hey, that's really normal. It's really normal when you don't really know what that next move is. So if you are experiencing that, I feel like it is coming from that place. Now, in your advice, I've got Temperance. And the reason why I love this for you, Leo, is Temperance is the energy of it all coming together. It's like the divine sweet spot that initiates the magic. It's an almost but not quite energy. So again, I come back to, this is either going to happen maybe towards the end of June, or you've still got a few stepping stones to go, but you progress, you move forward. So Temperance is the energy of the new path that is being illuminated by that sun energy, almost but not quite. But divine orchestration is working with you. Your angel spirits, guides are most definitely pulling the strings from the other side. So Temperance, the balance point is almost coming together. And for me, it usually talks about a trilogy of 3 factors, and that could be the right timing, you know, right timing, right place, right resources. You know, there's some kind of perfect, I'm seeing like a Venn diagram, you know, the ones with the 3 circles, and then in the middle they have like a part where they overlap. Things are overlapping in perfect timing this month for things to move ahead. Now, in your external influences, I've got the King of Swords, and this can be somebody who's an authority or a decision maker who holds that power, right? And I think that the advice is, if you've done everything that you can, Leo, at the end of the day, that's when we let go and let God. And if it's meant to come our way, it does. So King of Swords, I think, is somebody here who holds that decision-making power, whether it is, you know, like someone who is assessing how they feel about you, or assessing an application. So that's the King of Swords, and really it's about seeing things from a bigger perspective. Now, I've done what I can in the big scheme of things. If it's meant to be, it will be, and allowing it to thread together. Yeah, but I feel that with the King of Swords here, you know, there is, yeah, I think that you will receive that outcome. Hopes and fears, High Priestess. Very clearly, Leo, fear of the unknown, or being in the unknown, or also when you get the answer, which I believe will be yes, to move forward with this, it might also be, well, you know, now I've got to move towards it, and I don't have the guarantees of, you know, how it will really go, like what the path will really hold, how the journey will really unfold. And again, coming back to the moon, that can reignite those worries. So that's where we need to keep ourselves grounded and balanced, and in the emotional intelligence of the King of Cups. But the High Priestess, number 2 in the major arcana, is pre-Empress energy. Empress is number 3. And we see the nod to her with the screen behind the High Priestess. It's got those pomegranates on it. And that's a symbol of the growth and the fertility and the abundance. Remember, prosperity lies ahead. That is waiting for you. But with the High Priestess, it's like we have to step over the threshold, be on the journey to receive it. So yeah, there can be fears about stepping into the unknown, but we also know that in order to get to the kind of results that we want, sometimes we have to take those calculated risks. And the outcome, Two of Wands. I'll grab another one for the outcome as well. But the Two of Wands for me is having that whole world of possibility in your hands. It is, getting ready to be able to take that leap of faith. Oh, the High Priestess. I'll have to say, with the High Priestess showing up a couple of times, Leo, it is the energy of a little bit of a gatekeeping energy. Like, she's telling you you're going to be moving ahead, but she's not giving us all of the information, because there would be some sense of spiritual bypassing in doing so. So she's kind of keeping that shrouded. But what she can tell you, Knight of Swords, is that there will be progress. And when that progress starts happening, there is a quickening, like a quantum leap forward towards it. And this happens to be, excuse me, the minor arcana of Gemini. So yeah, I feel that by the end of Gemini season, so that 3rd, 4th week of June is when we have the major progress point here, Leo. So you are waiting, you're at the crossroads for some kind of outcome or answer, or to find out how someone feels. Someone is assessing you or analyzing you in a way, your performance, your application. The balance, it's hanging in the balance is what I'm getting. And that means that you are also experiencing limbo and maybe some emotional instability here at the moment. But Spirit is saying there is that divine sweet spot coming where everything comes together towards that Ace of Cups, which would be, hey, yeah, we've accepted your application. You can move ahead to the next round. Or, yeah, I have those feelings about you too. Let's formalize this relationship. Being able to know that you're finally going to be able to make that relocation, and you can start making your plans. You can start packing. So a quantum leap forward, Leo, in progress. There is a certain amount of unknown and mystery around this, and just keep in mind that sometimes things come together in the ways that we don't really expect it. So that might be relevant for some of you as well. Okay, Leo, I'm going to leave it here. I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please do like, share, comment, hit subscribe. It's been wonderful to read for you in this format. Personal readings and healings, you can find the link below, and you can check me out on the socials, Instagram and TikTok, if you'd like a little bit more content and to learn more about me as well. And do check out your 2025 year ahead tarot reading. I do believe it's in one of these corners here, to give you some idea as to how this energy is going to play out in the coming months and beyond. And I am just sending you so much love and magic. Bye for now.